Hi guys, Brexit seems to destroy everything it touches, and we're now seeing the lies and the shambles of leaving the European Union come home to roost pretty much where it began, within the Conservative Party. The lunatic fringe within the Tories were the loudest cheerleaders for Brexit, but they were put in charge and that resulted in 6 years of pure hubris. Last week saw Tory MP Tobias Ellwood break the ice and call for the UK to rejoin the single market. And this was pretty much repeated by Brexiteer Daniel Hannan, who famously said back in 2015 that nobody was talking about leaving the single market. The Tories will always blame others for their mistakes, be it Lord Frost blaming Theresa May or Boris Johnson blaming the public for not following rules that he himself broke during the pandemic. Here Grant Shapps sticks the knife into Brexit, but only just.
The boss of Ryanair, Michael O'Leary, said that pre-Brexit you would have had lots of Eastern Europeans doing baggage handling, the check-in jobs, the airport security jobs. A lot of those jobs are now the ones that they cannot fill. They all went home during COVID. He said there's a real tightness in the labour market, which is an absolutely direct result of Brexit. Has Brexit made the staffing situation worse in airports?
Well, look, first of all, I just explained that that you see the same problems across Europe. So there's clearly, if it were only to do with Brexit, then there wouldn't be a problem in Schiphol or elsewhere.
The problem elsewhere is because of the pandemic. Yes, airports laid off people, airlines laid off people, and they're struggling to get them back. But Brexit makes it worse.
So that clearly can't be true. But secondly, look, if O'Leary or anybody else's solution is all we need to do is employ cheap labour from somewhere else, look, I didn't vote for Brexit, but the country did. And we've made our choice. We want a high wage.
And there we have it. I didn't vote for Brexit, but the country did. Offloading responsibility. Now we've got to the stage where Tories are offloading responsibility for Brexit onto the public. Brexit was this wonderful thing for so long. It created all these opportunities. It allowed us to have our freedom back. We were able to control our borders. It's wonderful. Now it's being blamed on the public. I didn't expect a government minister to do this, to turn around and say, it's not my fault. I didn't vote for this crap. You guys did. It's on you. Yes, our party lied to you. Our party told you everything will be wonderful. We told you that we'd be able to have our cake and eat it. The Prime Minister said we'd have our cake and eat it. There are numerous members of the Conservative Party who said we'd be able to have wonderful trade deals. We'd be dealing with Berlin, not Brussels. Things would improve the day we left, the day we voted to leave. All of these lies. And now you have a government minister saying, it's not my fault. It's on you.
High skill economy. That means the aviation sector, like all other sectors, as the HGV, as the lorry driver sector, has now done.
But Brexit has not made it easier, has
domestically.
It? Brexit has not made it easier, has it?
Well, as I say, you're ignoring the fact that airports across Europe have also had the same queues. So if it was just a Brexit issue, then that wouldn't be the case.
But we know why they have problems in other airports around Europe. It's because they're struggling to get the staff back. But Brexit did not make it better. It made it worse. Yes, so look at it like this. An airport, for example, Dublin Airport, is struggling to deal with the numbers of passengers because they laid off people and they're struggling to get those people back. But if they want, they can try and find staff from Eastern Europe, for example. The UK has decided we don't want people from Eastern Europe, or we don't want people from the European Union. So we've put up a barrier. But the airports and the airlines say, well, we need these workers. We used to have them. We sent them home during the pandemic. We'd like to call them back. But the UK government has put up a barrier. And how do we resolve that? Well, we can't resolve it because we need the Home Office to resolve it. And the Home Office is denying that there's an actual problem. And Grant Shapps is sort of denying that there's a problem as well.
As with lorry drivers, we found the solutions were actually in making sure decent salaries were paid, that people were trained here in this country, that people were attracted to a job not just better salaries, but also better conditions as well. And that's the sort of economy we want to run in this country. It's what the country's voted for, and it's what we're delivering.
Once again, this is what the country voted for. It's not my fault. I didn't vote for this. And the way that the HGV driver problem was solved was that people moved from different sectors around. People used to be driving buses. They stopped doing that. They started driving trucks. Some smaller operators closed down because they couldn't find the staff. So the problem resolved itself in the sense that, yes, drivers were moved around and some smaller operators closed because they couldn't find the workers. And it's going to get worse unless freedom of movement is brought back or something equivalent. But I think the main takeaway from this is it's not my fault. I didn't vote for it. It's the public's fault. And we're starting to see, sadly, the Conservative Party shift the blame onto the public. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.